Yeah, so I believe this will be... Actually, I don't think I saw iDeeKay play at all yesterday. Who's he on this
He's still on Zeta. He's still on Zeta.
Okay.
If you could just pass me my water bottle there next to you. Thank you very much. He's still on Zeta.
And Desmo on the Arcane, of course.
Yep.
Yep.
I heard that Desmo maybe didn't have the best night's sleep on a Friday night, which is he partially blamed for his loss to Schnurgle yesterday.
Yeah, well, might potentially get an attempt at that run back if...
He's able to get through iDeeKay and Alistair, and Schnurgle's then also able to make it to lose the semis. But our winners finals will be Dancing Banana Monkey, a.k.a. the artist formerly known as Vive, versus Lilypad.
Yeah, so both of those players guaranteed in the top 3
Yep,
medals.
Guaranteed a medal. So only 3 players in this top 8 were also in top 8 for DNL2, but I believe those are the only 3 players in the top 8 of DNL2 who are at this tournament. So all made both top 8 at both New Zealand majors that they've entered.
So those being Alistair,
iDeeKay, and Vive.
Yeah. Vive once again with a medal.
Yep.
Bronze at DNL and
well, at least
bronze here.
We will see how the sets play out. First up, we have Desmo versus iDeeKay. Desmo, more recent resident of Christchurch, I believe, only moving here sometime during this year, but very strong results online. Has even on the open brackets with Australia, has been getting a lot of like grand finals appearances and things. Very few players able to show to challenge him, but winning, I believe, his only Christchurch local attended, but yesterday being upset by Schnurgle in winners' quarters. But made it to top 8 for losers regardless, here against iDeeKay, long-time veteran of the scene, head TO of this event. Shouts to Hamish for putting this event on. Would not be what it is without him, without a doubt. Does a lot for the scene. Started with Smash 4, has spent time across all the platform fighters that have played in New Zealand, but at the moment, Rivals 2 is his main game. And here we go, game number 1, Godai Delta is the pick. Zeta Burn versus Arcane, the players are getting straight into it.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see how Desmo plays. Not particularly familiar with much from Desmo outside of what I've heard from other players and from the brief parts of yesterday's bracket that I saw.
Yep. Set looking pretty even so far. Both players just trying to face each other out. Desmo getting the tech chase into those down tilts though, however. iDeeKay managing to get the aggressive landing with the down air back in return. Often the first stock of a set is often pretty slow as players just try to get a bit of a feel for the opponent's options, their common moves used in neutral. No big call-outs likely to happen just yet.
iDeeKay looking to find a bit of momentum here.
But missing the double fair there, just not quite ready for the NDI, hard NDI that Desmo did on the first one, but that sweet spot fair will take it. Early lead here for iDeeKay.
Yeah, potentially maybe some top 8 stage nerfs for Desmo.
Yeah, no, I don't know if before moving to Christchurch they'd played much online, but certainly the first major in Christchurch, and the being upset into losers, knowing the big path ahead of them, might be a bit hard, whereas iDeeKay, no stranger to top 8s. Was one of the best players in the country for Smash 4, has had some great results throughout Ultimate, even though not quite at his Smash 4 peaks as well, and great results in Rivals 1 as well. Various top 3, top 2 finishes.
Yeah, so definitely very familiar with this kind of environment for iDeeKay. Desmo
kind of fresh.
Finally answering back that first stock with only 40% deficit.
Yeah, not too big, not too big.
Starting to potentially find some momentum, but iDeeKay with another opening here.
Waits out the tech option and reacts with the Nier on the tech in place on that platform after the up throw. iDeeKay looking very poised.
Yeah, very solid start for iDeeKay here. Another option here.
Gets the
fair. Isn't
sweet
going
spot
to
fair.
kill.
No. But Wool lays down the fire puddle there, forcing Desmo to put himself on fire to get back on stage. But get back on stage, he does. Sweet spot up here, not quite going to do it just yet.
Fire down once again in the center this time.
And there's that F tilt. Both players using a lot of dash dance and wave dash to space out in neutral, more so than we've seen in the last few sets, I would say. But iDeeKay has generally been getting the most out of these exchanges, just getting the neutral win slightly more. And has not been giving too much up to Desmo. Down air, not going to be able to lead to confirm there for iDeeKay, just too high of a percent. Big opportunity here for Desmo to potentially get himself back into the lead. 170 has been built up, but there, iDeeKay waiting out the down tilt, Lilich's down tilt from Desmo and getting the whiff punish grab into F throw to take it. Just playing calm, keeping control of neutral and not overextending.
iDeeKay been finding a lot of openings here from just kind of sharking underneath the platforms and catching the defensive options out of Desmo.
But big opportunity for an edge guard here. iDeeKay goes too low, could maybe have upbeat to ledge, but Desmo's holding ledge anyway. And that will be the stock. Again, about 40% on Desmo when iDeeKay comes down, but gets a big platform check chase here. A lot of damage racking up quickly. Desmo is blowing this back a bit. Very tense final stock here. It's been a bit of a slower paced game. Both players being careful not to overcommit in neutral. Already 4 minutes have elapsed.
Down air pressure going unanswered on the shield there from iDeeKay.
And the percents have now been evened up by Desmo. Being careful not to overextend himself. Has iDeeKay stuck on platform. Good shield drop fair from him, however. Gets him back into neutral. Who's going to find this, like, confirm into strong hit first? Take this first game.
Fair sets up the offstage situation, but Desmo immediately able to get back.
Ooh, and there's
the
a down tilt
and
up
Desmo
strong.
takes game 1.
Yep.
Seemed to be a little bit of a shaky start there for Desmo, but maybe
found his footing throughout the game. Yeah. Then able to get the confirm. iDeeKay, while his neutral was very solid, he wasn't able to get like any confirms into empowered strongs to make the most of Zetta's strong kill power there. And that allowed Desmo to slowly work his way back into the game to being eventually even, and he able to find that good confirm into upstrong.
Potentially we'll have to see if iDeeKay can start finding some of those earlier kill confirms.
But rock wall the pick here. The low ceiling as well as the low side blast zones. But conversely also the big stage, giving a lot for a Zero Burn player to like and enjoy. Makes a lot of sense as the counter pick for game 2. But Desmo, very strong early start. Those early nerves seem to have been completely washed away. F strong to center off stage. Ooh. Just a little bit too early on that up strong. Correctly reading the tech option.
Okay, managing to still hold on to the stock and finding some percent back now.
Yep.
An edge guard situation here. Doesn't do much with it. Desmo unable to find the tech chase there. Dash dancing in center, kind of just waiting for these options to punish from
Being
iDeeKay.
clipped by that up B, forces a thing onto the puddle. I think if iDeeKay just simply charged F strong there, since Desmo was on fire, would have taken the stock, but instead just goes for the safer down air.
Yeah, maybe he just was unsure on exactly how much time he had to get that punish.
Ooh, but reads the second place with the sweet spot there. 146%, but Desmo unable to make the most of the respawn invincibility. Hamish once again playing very concerned, but there's a CC into F strong for Desmo. Evens up the stock count just like that.
Desmo now finding a little small percent lead here. kind of chasing down and looking for these options.
Yeah, no, great check chasing thus far from Desmo.
And using the solid here.
Yeah, using the invincible near, but a little bit low on that ledge refresh, it looks like. Allows iDeeKay to get back onto stage and back into the driver's seat for a bit. Sets up the puddle at ledge, but Desmo with the aggressive forward air, reverse forward air, retreating onto stage there. Allows him to get stage control back. iDeeKay dashing into that empowered F-Strong. With him loving the grounded movement options, Desmo look ready for that and using his biggest range normal.
Movement here and potentially, oh, nice parry and finds the confirm off the up throw.
Yeah, no, iDeeKay previously on the up throws has been able to avoid anything major coming from it, but there with no platforms around to help him avoid, Desmo ready for the strong punish there. iDeeKay going for the up strong there, but Desmo not just knowing he can jump out of it, trying to rack up percent here, but missed the eyes on that fair.
Yeah, just caught maybe jumping back there and not
not quite ready for the fair. And rock wall coming into play, meaning that it's definitely going to kill if you're not on point with the DI at 100 on the plat.
A solid percent lead here for Desmo.
And they're playing careful not to overextend, just trying to. iDeeKay gets a solid early lead, gets the confirm into their powered up strong just for the extra damage.
Yeah, it was a nice confirm off that shine into a lot of percent.
Up strong not quite going to do it just yet, but iDeeKay at very dangerous percents here. Any strong move from Arcane could take it. Unable to punish that roll in, and there's the F-throw, going to send iDeeKay into an edgeguard situation here. Desmo dropping low with the near. iDeeKay not quite ready with the DI, and that is going to be game number 2.
Yeah, potentially might not have been able to make it back after the near anyway, due to having already spent a lot of the resources recovering.
Yeah.
On the first attempt.
But
near sealing it out either way.
But yeah, again, a close game number 2, but Desmo able to take it in that last stock situation. Let's see if the story repeats here for game number 3, or if iDeeKay is able to hunker down and bring this to a game number 4. Fire capital the pick here. iDeeKay wanting the larger stage, wanting that extended neutral game. More neutral interactions will be needed per stock here, and iDeeKay trusting himself to just win neutral that much more than his opponent.
Yeah, I think iDeeKay has done a pretty good job so far of getting those neutral wins, but just hasn't been able to find any of the earlier kill confirms.
Yeah, like the few early ones have been slight missed DIs on Desmo's part, rather than confirms into up strong to get the kill at 100, 110 that it can do.
Yeah, so potentially just looking to try and maybe neutralize some of that Arcane kill power that's been effective so far with the wider stage.
Desmo forced her up, well, not necessarily forced her up to the tunnel, but choosing to do so, but iDeeKay ready with the punish.
Desmo finding good use of that high platform there to...
I think a bit of a miscue there from iDeeKay with that down B off stage. Desmo not able to get too much from it though, just slightly wave dashes too far with his confirm into up strong. Oh, and there's that empowered fair. Desmo holding down, trying to get it down to out himself, leading to the misty eye on it. iDeeKay with a small lead here, but edgeguard opportunity. Desmo gets the near, sends iDeeKay too far, so that a simple ledge hold is enough to take it.
Even game here for now.
Up smash obviously unsafe on hit at that lower percent. Desmo ready with the falling near to punish. Very good with these tech chases, catching these rolls a lot, just getting those down till resetting the situation. Just has been his main damage racker at early percents.
Yeah, Arcane down tilt definitely
very strong move.
Strong move.
Especially past the percents where it's able to be CC'd. I imagine at 0 to 20-ish it's CC'able. Ooh, iDeeKay not quite ready with the special pummel and is just going to die to the empowered up strong. Desmo teleporting to the puddle, allowing him to get that confirm.
huge lead here for Desmo in this third game. iDeeKay going to need something big to bring this back.
Yeah.
Stay alive in this set. But Desmo just continuing to push that lead even further with these tech chase situations.
Yeah, he's just using Orkane's grounded movement with his long wave dash to be able to follow iDeeKay's tech options.
And find the punish every time. And iDeeKay already at kill percent here.
Yep, at 127, this would have to be a massive comeback. But Desmo looking to close this out 3-0 and move on further in bracket. iDeeKay gets some good damage here, but still such a big lead to chip away at.
Finds the option and the down smash on the tech option on the top platform. Desmo.
Special get up there from Desmo.
Wins a 3-0.
Had not been representing that much. He's been primarily ledge dashing on, so iDeeKay perhaps forgetting about that option. It's just hard to keep everything, especially with the extra options that characters in Rivals 2 have off ledge. To if someone's been overrepresenting one, you can find yourself caught there, and iDeeKay then ready, not quite ready for it. Desmo able to get that punish and move on with a very solid 3-0.
Yeah, and that will be iDeeKay out at 7th.